Esk Valley Estate is nestled in the picturesque Hawke's Bay region of Bayview, and it's a boutique producer of some of this country's most highly sought-after wines. They may have been part of the Kiwi winescape for decades, and their winemaking techniques as traditional as they come, but the vibe in the winery is anything but old. Gordon Russell has been making wine here since ages ago. Way back when he was a fashion icon, introducing the whole formal suit with an open-necked shirt look, he has long been known as Mr. Merlot.
Oh, this building is amazing.
So we're right at the top of the winery now.
Fantastic.
And 23 open-top fermenters. This is where all the reds come from.
So everything is done and fermented in these vats. Can you show me how they work?
Sure, you grab that side and I'll grab this side and just push it slightly. Okay?
Oh, they're deep.
So, yeah,
Wow.
I mean, if I stand in one, it comes up to about here somewhere.
Okay.
So, I mean, literally, we're taking our grapes, we're de-stemming them, putting them into these fermenters, very much as whole berries. Leave them there for a few days, and once they start fermenting, literally, we use these wooden plungers, and we're wanting to extract every bit of colour and sort of tannin we can as gently as possible from those skins. So 4 times a day, one person with each, you know, four people, one each with these, one on each corner.
Just going.
Plunging
And
the whole
so
lot.
the holes in the middle, the juice comes up and it gets to circulate it. Fantastic
I mean, seriously,
piece of equipment.
it's seriously hard work. The end of harvest, I got sort of the best physique of the whole year, and it's all downhill after that for the rest of the year. But it's great. It's very old-fashioned. It's very much Esk, and I think when you taste a bottle of Esk red wine, you know, this is all encapsulated in that bottle.
Can you tell me a little bit about all the different rooms here in this crazy building?
Yeah, I mean, it's been here a while. It's been here for 80 years. And I mean,
80 years?
80 years. So, I mean, it makes it one of the oldest wineries in New Zealand. You know, if you have a look down below in the sort of ground level below us, the initial building was a cave which was literally buried into the hillside below us, and then everything has sort of sprung from that. So, you know, it's kind of organic growth over kind of 50 years or something.
Oh, superb.
The vineyard here also has some serious age behind it, originally terraced back in the 1940s. The vines were replaced in the 1980s with Merlot and Malbec, and Gordon had a vision of hands-off winemaking in the front of his mind.
I am so excited right now. The wine that Gordon has just poured for me is a wine that I have adored for, ever since I've gotten into this business. This is the Esk Valley Terraces, and it's considered one of New Zealand's iconic wines.
Where do I start? It's been a labour of love for almost 20 years.
What an amazing aroma.
And to me, the wine just speaks so much of the place. And that's the whole idea and the concept of the wine.
It's got plum and it's got cocoa and there's dried herbs and really lifted aromatics in there. There's rose petal.
And I think there's a sense of place about it because it tastes the same every year. It's you know, when you taste this wine, you're tasting this hillside. You're not tasting the winery. I'm trying to take the winery out of it. So we harvest the 3 varieties together on one day.
So the 3 varieties in the terraces are?
Malbec, which is the predominant variety, then Merlot and Cabernet Franc. It ferments as a finished wine, as a blended wine. It then is aged in barrel and then is put in the bottle. So when you taste and smell this wine, you're tasting the site, you're tasting the limestone hill, you're tasting the layers of shell through it, you're tasting the influence of the sea, you're tasting something which is unique, as opposed to us making the best blend we can from the individual varieties.
It's
and to me,
just so beautiful.
that's what makes it special.
As well as this iconic wine, Esk Valley also have their beautifully crafted Winemaker's Reserve and Estate ranges, all of them classic wines made by some classic people.
So this is the culmination of all our work in 2010, and I actually thought when we bottled this that the wine looked fantastic, so...
Helen, what do you reckon about this wine?
I think it's absolutely delicious.
Yeah, but you would, because you work here.
Absolutely.
This is our 2010 Winemaker's Reserve Merlot Malbec Cabernet, so classic Esk Valley wine. And the Malbec's given it the, I suppose, the spice, dark fruits, Cabernet, just that nice sort of bit of leaf and tannic backbone to it. I think it's a really good vintage of this wine.
I love that jam. So good. And it's great with the wine. I think having the sweetness of the jam and the lovely moorishness of the cheese and this fantastic, spicy, fruity wine with that earthy note. I want to have a smoker like this every day.
So do we.
Can I come here every day? Can I work for you, Gordon? What is it that everyone really loves about coming to work?
Oh, probably just using the lovely old equipment we've got there and doing everything by hand while we're surrounded by a hillside vineyard. It's just great.
I live 10 minutes up the road.
Perfect.
Makes it very handy. I've got 2 dogs that I bring to work. That's
Yay.
better still. Keeps me fit. So, yeah, it's a win-win. And I get to drink lovely wine.
I can see Gordon's getting itchy. He wants everyone to get back to work, so cheers, everybody.
Okay, cheers.
Thanks so much for
Cheers.
letting me join you. Cheers. Excellent. Lovely.
Great.
Can I take some cheese home?